I made it back to the UP and look at what I came home to. It is technically spring here, but you wouldn't know it by the snow on the ground. I guess we got quite a few inches the other day, but it's mostly melted. Oh wow, look. It melted and refroze and my tree is flooded there. Woo! I've come down to get some stuff out of here. If I can find my stuff. Oh good, the door's unlocked. Oh, there's my suitcase. There's a special Rubik's Cube in here. Oh, how will I ever find it? I don't know. Well, I didn't find it, but I got this for Erica. I found that, so I'm going to go give it to Erica. Anyway, can you believe the snow that's still on the ground here? You know, winter is still happening in the UP. Okay, I will let you know that we drove all the way up here and saw very, very little snow until we got about half a mile from our house. And there was snow. So there's a lot of snow where I live. Snow belt. I live in a snow belt. Yes. I have not greeted Ernie yet. He doesn't know I'm back. I'm back home. It is snowing. Of course. Why wouldn't it be snowing in the UP? Winter is back. I sent the little dog out into the snow. That's a lot of snow in a short amount of time. Half an hour? Let's see if we can find Ernie. Well, it looks like the shovel is ready. I see Ernie tracks. There he is. Hi, Ernie. What do you think of the snow? Yeah, it's kind of a bother at this time of year. Tomorrow is Easter. Yeah. Here comes the little doggy. Oh, she's fast. He's coming. There he is. Ernie! I went to put some water in my glass and I was reaching for my filtered water bottle and I realized I don't need to filter the water. It's already filtered here. It's, you know, habits you get into. I was doing it for 3.5 weeks. Yeah, we were gone almost a month. Yeah, a month. So I was filtering the water. Didn't have to do that today. Nope, didn't have to do that today. It's good to be home. Oh, I have a story to tell you. So we have this bird. His name is Tina. There's a long story about that. He's a Senegal parrot. He was a rescue bird. And for years we've had him. And he's a mean bird. You don't hold him or anything because he'll bite you. I've tried to teach him to do the bop. You know where the birds, you go up to a bird cage and you bop your head and they'll bop their heads? He is a stubborn bird. He would not bop his head for anything. I'd go up to him and I'd say, can you do the bop? And I'd do the bop. Trying to get him to do the bop. Wouldn't do the bop. I've been home for 2 days now. I haven't greeted him. One time yesterday I was downstairs, he started squawking. Erica said, he didn't do that while you were gone. I said, oh, I haven't greeted him at all. I didn't go up and greet him. But this morning, when I left my room, I have to walk past his cage. And I saw him and I said, hey, Tina. And I thought, ooh, Tina, can you do the bop? And I was bopping like this. Tina, can you? And he's just glowering at me. Glowering, is that a word? He's just, you know, sitting there looking at me like this. And all of a sudden, he stretches his neck up as high as he could. And then he brought it back down. Coincidence? Maybe. But I think not. I think Tina did the bop. Okay. Tomorrow's Easter. And for the last 4 or 5 years, since I discovered it, I've been making Italian Easter pie. And I make 2 versions. The first one is the regular version. And the second one is the low carb version. Not low fat, low carb. So I'm going to make pie crust now for the low carb version. I've got ingredients out, so I thought I would record it so I'd remember how to do it. I do have a recipe. I found this one back when I was in Oklahoma. See, I said it's very good. I made it on the 25th. Anyway, I'm changing it up. I'm doubling it, and instead of, I didn't have cream cheese, so I used butter, but I'm going to use half butter and half lard. Okay, today I'm making a low carb pie crust because I'm making Italian Easter pie for tomorrow. But the point is the pie crust. You want to learn how to make it. I'm doing a big, probably a double recipe. So I'm using 2 ounces of lard and 2 ounces of butter. And to that, the recipe I found calls for coconut flour and almond flour, but as you know, those are very high in fat. So I make my own baking blend, which is oat fiber, and this time it's coconut flour. It's got some xanthan gum in it. It just has a bunch of lightweight stuff. I realized I don't have any measuring cups here. Okay, I've got this huge stack of measuring cups at the door. It's kind of like a fat head dough. So I've got, this is a 2 cup, and I put a quarter cup of coconut flour. So that's what I'm going to start out with. 1 teaspoon baking powder, but I'm doubling my recipe, so I'm putting 2 teaspoons of baking powder in the dry mix. A quarter teaspoon of salt, but I'm doubling it, so I'm going to do a half a teaspoon. Just like that. You need to mix the dry ingredients together. And since this is like a fathead dough, I need to melt some mozzarella cheese. The original recipe calls for a cup and a half of mozzarella, and I bought this when I was staying in a little efficiency apartment. Normally I would shred my own mozzarella. 3 cups. Then you just toss it in the microwave and you heat it up, stop it every 30 seconds, mix it up until it forms a ooey gooey mess, and to that I'm going to add the butter and the lard that I have in this bowl. Or actually I'll probably add that to that bowl. Whatever, we'll see. And if you don't like to use the microwave, I'm sure you can figure out how to melt cheese without a microwave. This recipe also calls for 1 egg, so I'm going to use 2 eggs. If I can open an eggshell. And then you add the eggs to the dry ingredients. So we'll mix that up. Oh, the butter, and it's supposed to be melted. It's soft, it should work. Yeah. So you're supposed to mix it into a globby ball. Add this to the dry ingredients. And I think I'm going to go ahead and add the butter and the lard. So it's all incorporated. And the warm cheese will melt the butter and lard. And then I need to let it rest before I roll it out so that it all soaks up. So I'm going to wrap it in plastic. I'll probably divide it up. Alright, I decided that I needed to add another egg. This texture seems better for a pie crust. Going in the fridge. I refrigerated them. Now I'm going to roll them out between parchment paper. I'm going to set that aside. I'm not going to need as much for the top. Okay, we're going to take a peek out at the driveway now. See if it'll work. There's a screen in the window. Oh, look at, there's Dutch. The snow is melting. Yeah, oh. What's going on here? What are you guys doing? Wow, the window's really bright. Hard to get a good picture of them. They're like bookends there. It's several hours later. The Easter pies are out of the oven. I want to show them to you. We decided we're going to eat them tonight, even though tonight's not Easter. Okay. Light. This is the low carb, and it's mine, so I can touch it. This is the regular, and this was just a chicken pot pie. Yeah, let's see how it does when I pull it out of the pan. Oh, look at that. I don't know how to get it out without hurting myself. Oh. Maybe I can make it for you. That didn't work. It's hot, I'll tell you. That's not that hot. It's been sitting for about 10 minutes. Oh, that's so good. Regular, low carb. Yum.